Hello and welcome once again to our home, thehorrordebate.com.
We're stuck here.
They've locked us in with nothing but crappy movies. No.
I'm Tom Servo.
That's right. So
Mystery Science Theater. We're stuck watching crappy movies.
That's right.
I loved that show.
Well, let me finish the intro. I am Jeff Rowdy Jake here. He is Michael Mandy, and we are Mystery Science Theater.
I loved that show. I discovered it totally by accident.
Yeah.
I was out on a bad date when I was single. A long
Bad
time.
date?
Yeah, and the TV was on, and I just saw those little black bumps at the bottom, and these people, and I'm seeing this bad movie, and I'm going, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
And then I started listening, going, these guys are great.
Yeah.
This is like a typical night at my house.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I just remember the first thing I saw was there was this like sacrifice, and this dude reaches in and pulls out a still beating heart, and I think Crow or whatever. Gee, I think Tony Bennett left that in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I just went, that's me. I love this
great.
show.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have the DVDs. I love this.
Yeah. Well, you're going to love this one too, Mike. Let me tell you about it. This one is called Paranormal Activity, and not Craptivity, because I know you were going to say it. Paranormal Activity Dos. Okay?
That's the Spanish
That's
dub.
the Spanish version. And so I was really high. To bring you up to date, no, I was not really high.
You had to have been to enjoy this movie.
I was really high on the first film because, to take you back to that debate a little bit, I said that it was an event movie. And what I meant by that was that I saw it in the theater opening night with a packed freaking house, and the physical effects that movie had on people, the manifestation of fear in the people in the audience was palpable. I mean, you could look around and see people squirming and closing their eyes and just totally uncomfortable. And I was like, yes! But see, you take a film like that and you bring it home and you put it on the smaller screen and not with the big sound. Of course, at my house, you're going to have the big sound. But with a smaller amplitude of it, and it doesn't work, okay? And I admitted that, and Mike hated it, and he saw it in the theater too, and it was kind of he was the complete opposite of me on that movie.
The crowd that was there was just like laughing at the silliness of it, and just like, you know, I'm sorry, but to me, a cat in the window scare is not a scare. It's a jump. Oh, Did I scare you? Oh my God, that's the scariest review we've ever had because I made you jump.
Well, no. But
that's not a scare.
I don't think that's not completely fair. They did do that in the first movie, but they also had some really genuinely creepy visuals in the first movie. I will never forget. I don't think I will ever forget the effect that when she got up and stood over him while he was sleeping
and started wobbling in fast time.
Well, because that's the fast forward.
Right? Yeah, but
you wobble too.
Yeah, but in the audience, people were laughing. I was one of them. It looked really silly seeing her wobble like that.
I think you guys were out of the mindset of the movie, though. The people that were in my theater when I saw that, everybody was gasping. I mean, they were literally gasping. And everybody was kind of playing Where's Waldo. This is what I call it. Everybody was kind of playing Where's Waldo because when you had a scene and it was steady for a little bit and there was not a lot of activity happening on the screen, you were looking for something to move, something to change on that screen. And so everybody was on edge, and I dug that. You know, that effect, if you can have that effect on a cheap movie like the first Paranormal Activity, you can have that effect on people, that's cool. That means you're doing something right, you know? Now, unfortunately, I would have loved to have been in your theater. I would have loved to have seen that reaction as well, to have kind of that to play off of as well. But I can tell you, the honest to God truth, where I saw it, I came out going, that was cool. You know, because it wasn't that it was a great film, but the effect that it had on people. You know, you could see them. Grown men were crawling up into their seats, Mike. I mean, I love that. I'm sitting there smiling going, this is awesome. You know, I mean, so anyway, let's move on to what we're debating now.
This one, Paranormal Activity 2.
Now, this is some of that, but not nearly as effective in my mind. And I think there's two reasons. One, it's a prequel, okay? And it seemed to me that the characterizations were weak. You didn't feel for these people nearly as much.
I didn't feel for the first two.
You didn't? Well,
Mika was irritating.
When there
and
were
the chick
two
with the big rack was the only reason why people cared about the first girl was because she had a big rack.
Well, no, Mike, that's you.
No,
that's you.
You
got nippleitis. Look, listen to me
It's
for a
all
second.
over the internet.
No, you read other people's opinions too much. Listen to this. The first movie, you had two people, a man and his girlfriend, wife. Mika's not really a man. A boy, and his girlfriend / wife, whatever. Right? There were two people. And so it was more of an isolated feeling. In this movie, you got the mom, the dad, the dog, the son, the baby, the daughter, sister, the maid,
the Mexican maid.
You know, I'm like, wait a minute, okay? But okay, to its credit, it did certain things okay. There were still some decently creepy moments, but it wasn't nearly as effective. You didn't get that crawl up in your seat kind of vibe. Because we've been there and done that.
Okay, I wanted to go in with an open mind on this one. Turned all the lights off and did the whole thing. Get the kids out of the room. Get the kids everywhere. You know, no interruptions. And the first images about, you know, with respect to all of the deceased.
The deceased, right.
And I was just, oh, crap. You're kidding me. You are not pulling this now. And right there, just.
But that's okay though, because they're not trying to pull something over your head, Mike.
Yeah, I know, because at the end of the movie,
they know it's not real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I thought that was a 12-year-old move.
Nah, well,
you know, not 12 years old in the past, but something a 12-year-old would put in the front of his little home movie.
Okay, fair enough.
I thought that was an immature thing to do.
What I'm saying though is that, in my opinion, they did some things right, but the problem was it was too diluted this time. There was too many players.
There was too diluted because the ghost was having fun with the swimming pool machine.
How many shots of that pool did we have?
I don't know. Why is it this ghost had a thing against that
wait a minute.
pool suite?
Hold on a second, though. Let me tell you one thing, though, about the pool. The reason they did that, and I'm not talking about the sweep coming out of the pool. I'm talking about the reason they kept showing the pool. It's a way to create dynamics, okay? Because you take a serene scene like water, you know, the pool, whatever, and then you go back into the house.
It's a relaxing thing.
It takes you out of the tension, and then, bam, right back into the tension again.
Ooh, another scary bang.
There it is.
Oh, God, we got two scares in this one now. Okay.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because if you have a movie like that and you're tense all the time, it's not going to work, because at the end you're just going to be like, ah.
So then, getting on another thing, so then I'm watching this movie, all right? And of course, these people have a Hispanic housekeeper.
Yes.
And I just went, oh my God, they're not going to go to that stereotype where she's going to be screaming and lighting candles and incense and going, and making everything in Spanish and freaking out.
Did you just order like a quesadilla or something? What was that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say something. Go ahead.
So I'm not making fun of anyone. That's the quickest Spanish that could come out of me.
You're right.
Because most of the Spanish words I know are profanity, and I don't want to.
Well, would it have made a difference if she was white?
Yeah.
How would it have made a difference if she was white?
Because it wouldn't have been a stereotype. Because in these movies...
All these movies have stereotypes.
Because, trust me, if it would have been an African-American, she would have said, oh, it's a voodoo thing, and she'd bring in voodoo stuff, and that's a stereotype. And it's like, come on, this is the 21st century.
Well, okay, but Mike, to be honest now, a lot of these movies you watch and I watch are stereotypes all over the place.
Yes, I know.
So don't condemn it for that. I mean, come on.
Okay.
All right,
but okay.
You see what I'm saying?
But what I'm just saying is, oh no, they're not doing that.
No, I know.
They're doing that. Okay, I see. At least one thing that the first movie did have going for it that this movie did not was the first movie warned you something's going to happen with that low hum. You know, okay, we're going to bed. Good night. Click, and all of a sudden, boom. Yeah. And so and then of course nothing would happen, but you were okay. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen, and all of a sudden, just cat in the window.
It sorted did that a little bit.
No, in this movie, all it was just panfall.
No.
Okay, there you go. No, but they didn't warn you. There was no dread. It just happened.
Right. But there was some of that low. I don't know if you had your speakers turned up enough or not to know, but in the surround channels and everything, there definitely was some low hum.
Okay,
but you're right about one thing. It didn't necessarily foreshadow anything, because there were times
you weren't anticipating. The only anticipation you had was just, I'm bored and nothing's happening.
There were times in the movie where that would go, that would play, and then there would be nothing that happened. So, which was cool. It was kind of a way to throw you off a little bit. But like I said, the main drawback here is the fact that it's diluted down, and you've been there, done that. It's exactly the same thing.
So what they did was, you can tell the people who made this movie, and it's funny, the director who did the first movie is nowhere around, except the based on character created by. You know, I mean, the guy who came up with the original thing, he got shown the door.
No.
I feel bad for you, bud.
Was that the door that shut?
And
the door locked him out?
Yeah, they walked him out and the door shut and nobody closed it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, scary. Yeah. Okay, so then, no, seriously, they said, you know what, we've got to create tension. The first one, we had an unlikable guy and an unlikable girl. So tell you what can we do to have scare? Let's have a dog. Everyone loves dogs.
No.
Let's have a dog. Let's throw it in. No, wait, I got an idea. A baby. People love babies. Let's throw them both in the movie. Yeah. That's a double scare.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say it's manipulative.
I disagree
it's
with one
manipulative.
thing. I disagree with one thing.
Okay.
Dogs are known in the world of the paranormal to be able to see things that we can't and to be able to sense things that we can't. And I think that's probably one of the reasons they wanted to introduce that in there.
Well, no,
give it a little bit different vibe.
Well, to give you someone to care about, because obviously nobody cared about the people.
Not
you
even something to care about. It was
born.
a different way to foreshadow. It was a different way to show, the dog sees something. He's standing there. Oh, now he's backing up. Now he's whining.
Right.
You know, and the kid is right there. It's a sense of danger. It's a way to
Exactly.
show.
The first movie didn't have that.
The first movie did have that. The first movie had the hum.
Okay,
This
I
one,
see
you see what I'm saying?
Okay, I see your
That's
point.
what they did. They changed it up.
I guarantee in the theater where you saw this movie,
Yeah.
when the dog got up and went down the stairs and went to the closet, some girl shouted out, "Oh my God, don't hurt the dog."
Probably. But first of all, I didn't see this one in a theater. I saw it in my theater.
Okay, but
So-
you see my point.
Right.
The director said, we don't have characters people likes.
Yeah.
Everyone likes a dog.
Yeah.
And especially a good dog like that.
Well,
That
I
was a
didn't
good
mind.
dog.
I honestly did not mind this family as far as the husband and the wife and all that. I thought they were pretty good in their roles, and they weren't. I didn't dislike them as much as I disliked Mika. I mean, I wanted to haunt Mika. I wanted to go over to that house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got tired of him.
Yeah.
You know?
He was irritated. You wanted him to get
And I wanted to call him Micah all the time. And I'm like, no,
Mika,
somebody goes, no, it's
choo!
Mika. And I'm
Mika,
like,
Mika.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, but
Anyway, all I'm saying, my 14-year-old son came in and said, "Oh, what are you watching?" And he left. He was so bored by it.
Well-
and he even stayed for some of the scare scenes.
14-year-olds have the attention span of a gnat. You're not going to be able to get them to watch something like this.
I
Are
didn't.
you
He
kidding
walked
me?
out. He was bored.
But my kids wanted to watch it because they saw the first one and they dug the first one. And they're all around the same age group.
I wanted to walk out of this movie, but you
well,
wouldn't
you
let
act
me.
14. See, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
No, but the bottom line is, it wasn't a bad film. And as a matter of fact, I watched this.
so.
I watched it with my wife and my brother-in-law and his wife.
The whole concept.
And I'll tell you what.
Okay, the whole
everybody
concept-
was tense. I looked around to see what the effect was going on.
Okay, the whole concept of this movie was, in the first movie, it was just a handheld camcorder.
Uh-huh.
In this movie, it's a handheld camcorder
And a security system.
and 4 security cameras.
Yeah.
So in other words, the director just set up 4 cameras and let the movie play out.
But it was done well.
I didn't.
I don't
but
bump
my-
on stupid just
one of the
because
things-
or on simple because it's simple.
See, the thing I hate about these shaky cam films, and this film especially, is, to me, it's part of the creative process of making a movie involves a lot of creativity in the director's hands. Where am I going to put the camera? Is it going to be a tracking shot? Is it going to be a tight shot, a far shot? Am I going to start from his feet and move up?
Nobody cares in this
14
film.
million directions, but that's the point of making a movie.
Mike, you're going to have to deal with the fact.
A
You
million
got to deal with the fact that this is a
possibilities.
different type of film.
Yes, this is a lazy type of film.
No,
as
it's not
opposed
lazy.
To a
it's
director.
a different style.
Yes.
It's not laziness
Okay.
if it works. Obviously, it works because
you.
people are making money on this
Yeah,
thing.
obviously.
Lots of people dig it.
Yes.
Now, like I said, lots of people don't like it, and that's fine. But there are lots of people that do dig it, which means it's effective.
Yeah.
They're doing something right.
Well, they're doing something that someone's paying money for.
Yes.
But as a film movie fan, to me, getting a camcorder and shaking it left and right, going is not an action scene.
But that would be saying that's cheapening it because
It was cheap. And
no,
that
because
whole
what
scene
you
at
would
the bottom
say,
of the stairs was shaking.
because what
shaking,
you're saying
shaking.
is that the actors had nothing to do with this. The shaky cam making the scene.
It
That's
was.
bull. That's bull.
That whole
no,
scene
that
in,
is bull.
in the basement was.
That is absolute bull. The actors were in the basement making noise and doing things that created the scene.
Oh,
if
and
I
put
just
those
walked
fake teeth in.
downstairs, if you're saying that the guy just walked downstairs, took the camera and shook it and walked back, that's not right. Are you kidding me?
you see the point I'm trying to
I see the
make,
point you're making, but it's wrong because the actors have a part in this thing, and they're doing a good job. And just because there are cameras set up in the house that are stationary, that aren't moving, does not make it unartful. What it does is it's a different style of film.
I will agree with you. It's a different style.
Yes, so I understand what you're saying, that your standard horror film, yes, it's got all the tight shots, the back shots, whatever. But this film, for what they're trying to do, this is what it takes, because they're trying to make it from the point of view that this really happened. Now, everybody knows it didn't happen, and that it was all, they're trying to make it seem like it was all captured only on security and on one, handy cam. Okay? So that's why they do that. They're making it so, hey, this is the footage we found of this incident.
And added music and post-production
But
and
that's
edited
fine.
it all
but
together.
You know what happens, though, Mike? Is that you're so into it. If you love this type of movie, you are so into it that you're not even caring about the post-production. You're not listening to the music because you're into the characters, you're into the story. You're like, wow. Like when all those cabinets just bam and opened up, right?
That was unexpected. That's a one point in this movie that was unexpected. I expected one cabinet to open.
Everybody
and
flipped.
when everyone did, bam! Oh wow,
yeah,
that's
everybody
new.
flipped, and
I think that was the best scene in
was.
the entire movie.
It was very good. Yeah.
That was the only scene that gave me something that I wasn't expecting.
But I will say,
I'm sorry, people don't act like that. When I was a kid, we had a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And it had rubber bands that went around the wheels so it could grip the walls. And then when they were brand new, it came out of the pool because they hadn't worn down enough.
But they didn't come out of the pool like that came out of the pool. It didn't truck straight up and just kind of...
Yeah, but the point is, when it came out of the pool, I didn't scream and run for the hills.
But that
I just
wasn't
went,
the only...
damn,
whoa,
this thing grabs the walls pretty good.
But that wasn't the only thing that was happening. Now, if that was the only thing that happened and the freaking Aquarius came out of the pool, you think everybody would be running? No, they got other crap happening in the house. So now when the Aquarius comes out, the daughter's going, something's going on. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. It's not just one piece. I mean,
I've gotten up in the middle of the night because a pot fell off of the thing. I didn't cry and run outside and get locked out.
All this shit happened before that. All this stuff that was happening. If you had all those things happen, first of all, I will say this: if I was that mother when all those cabinets opened, see ya.
Yeah.
Gotta go. I'm out of the house. I don't care what anybody says. I am gone. Okay? So, but what I'm saying is it's a buildup. And as I said in the first debate, the curve. It was a little slower in this one. I will say that. The curve started really slow. It was dead.
Yes.
And then curved up. Okay?
And then Mika shows up and it says 2 days before the death of Mika.
Yeah.
I bet you cheered and said, die quicker.
Mika doesn't even need to be a part of the flick, dude. I was just like, get him off the screen, okay? But the honest truth is that once the curve started, it once again took a nice progression. It seemed like we were into too many nights, though, before something real started to happen.
Yeah, this was like night 6, and I'm
there was like night 12 or 13 when some, of any significance started.
This movie is boring, folks.
It's not boring.
It's boring.
It wasn't boring at all for me. I am the king of boring, dude. You know that when there's a film on that sucks, that completely blows.
You're the first person standing up saying this movie blows.
Turn it off. I don't get that with the Paranormal series.
I don't understand you. I don't know why. I don't know why.
And it's not like I'm loving this film because I actually think the first film was better. But overall...
Right now, Oren is listening going, yes!
Yeah! But overall, I will say...
Okay, you know what the scariest thing about this movie was? It cost $3 million!
Yeah, and I don't know how they spent that... I bet house $2.5 million.
Yeah. Did they actually buy that house?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Oren is probably saying, "I made the first one for $10,000."
Yeah, that was a kick pad though, wasn't it? It was pretty nice.
Yeah, but still.
So anyway, I enjoyed it. I think everybody who was with me
hope all the
enjoyed
money went to the dog trainer because the dog was cool.
The dog
I liked
did a great job. I'm gonna give it 3 because I dug it.
I'm gonna give it 1.
I dug it.
I didn't.
So see, this is the perfect debate.
Yes.
It's the perfect
We're
debate.
debating.
Yeah, because it's like, what other film is so polarizing that you absolutely think it stinks?
Yes.
And I don't. I'm not a lover of it, but I'm on the higher side of things.
And I just don't understand.
Yeah, no, I think, you know what? I think they get points from me, honestly, because of the simplicity. Okay, because you can make something affect people like that in such a simple way. With basically nothing. Yeah. Okay. That's absolutely right. So I'm giving it a solid 3.
All right. I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll Oh my God, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Quit slamming your head on the table, Mike.
Well, no, that was a pot in the other room that fell down.
Well, leave your weed somewhere else, will you?
It's in the other room in front of the TV. So we got to do it before the next movie.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.